First on BBC One, Premier League football in Match of the Day with Desmond Lynham.
Good evening, welcome to Match of the Day, and welcome to the title race. He's got his first full season in charge, but can Arsene Wenger's Arsenal prove that they can do it on a cold November evening at Derby?
Positive start here for Derby County. Uranio. Denied by Seaman.
Man United took the opportunity to shine in the sunshine as they played struggling Sheffield Wednesday.
It's going to come back for Butt. Now Scholes first time for Sheringham again. Turns and hits the post.
Lancashire-Yorkshire met again as Barnsley and Blackburn Rovers battled it out at Oakwell.
Darlene!
Newcastle and Leicester City was one of the games of the season. Could lightning strike twice again? Plus, we've got all the goals from this weekend in the Premiership. And we've got Trevor and Trevor to review everything which has taken place. Big bumper edition for you to enjoy this evening, so I hope you're sitting comfortably, nice cup of tea or anything else that keeps you going. We'll start off though by going to Pride Park. Derby County have been a side which has a habit of sometimes upsetting those in the top half of the table. Arsene Wenger's Arsenal knew this would be a big test of the strength of character ahead of their big game midweek against Manchester United. Will they keep their eye on the prize or take their eye off the ball? Commentary from this one comes from Trevor Davis.
Well, it's taken Derby County a little while to settle into their new home. They're very much starting to make themselves feel comfortable at the moment. And Arsenal know that this is a side that Jim Smith has put together that has the potential for an upset or two here in the Premiership. This afternoon, One Shop is partnered by Dean Sturridge. Bayano and Uranio continue their partnership on the wings. Mars Bahinen is preferred for Lee Carsley in the centre of midfield. And Holt comes in to replace Mark Hoon. For Arsenal, changes forced on them. Hughes and Platt will make up the midfield. Petit's injury and Vieira's suspension stepping in. Harder and Overmars activate on the wing. Martin Keown comes in for Steve Bolt. Gilles Grimondi starts on the right. Pride Park. Some have questioned the name, but again, no one questioned the baseball ground for years. Rowett. Positive start here for Derby County. Uranio. Denied by Seaman. Stefano Uranio just shifted his body weight. Was able to use that to get past Sean Hughes. Good save. Seaman stepping up to the plate here with a fine stop. Here's Grimondi. Platt. Winterburn just about keeps it under control. Platt again. He's caught there by Powell. The booking has come out straight away by referee Paul Durkin. Certainly sets the precedent. It was late. Question to the thinking behind it, I'm guessing. Bergkamp, Overmars and Winterburn are all square. It's going to be Overmars. It's going to be fantastic. Another goal for Mark Overmars. Another player who is hitting form in the Premiership. Took a couple of steps back and just whipped it in. Holds position, which had you believe it was Koeman flicking one over the wall to David Seaman. But the power that Overmars got here was just fantastic. Rifled it in. Deserved lead for Arsenal. Either way, they've got it. That might break for one chop. It has broken for one chop. Seemed to panic with a chance. The shot arrived right at David Seaman, who was able to parry it away. One shot here, very unlucky. Now he's playing in Dean Sturridge, who's also equally unfortunate, going for goal here. Clearance wasn't great. When it fell here to one shot, he played in his teammate. See defenders across him, so went for goal. Here's Dean Sturridge. Kieran has done enough there to deny one shot, but was just threatening to be on the edge of the final man. Here's Carbonari. That's poor. Anelka to Bergkamp. And back to Bergkamp. And 2-0. From nothing. Ball play from Carbonari. The ball is broken to Dennis Bergkamp. A delight for him as he nudges his 10th goal of the season. 2-0 away to Derby Fry Park. What an important goal that was. Wonderful technique, you do have to say, on Bergkamp when this came. The pass from Overmars was fantastic. Lets it bounce and catches it on the half volley. That's wonderful. Class goal. Arsenal 2-0. Here's one shot. Again. Sturridge. Can he hold off Adams? He can. He can finish. And we got a game on. Good work from one shot with the pass through. Arsenal caught out. There was Sturridge to show good strength against Tony Adams, and the finish. Arsenal completely exposed it. Great play between the two centre forwards. Good strength by Sturridge. Seaman came out, but not enough to narrow the angle sufficient to see. Sturridge could see a way to goal, and in this situation just simply said, thank you very much. This is Bayano. Powell. Oh, it took a deflection. It'll be a corner. Daryl Powell, who will represent Jamaica at the World Cup, having a go here, and it takes a deflection of Tony Adams. Whisker wide. Winterburn. That again. Great ball. Mark Overmars. Side netting. Took a deflection. It will be a corner. Great work this was. What a give and go this is. Platt. Perfect ball into Overmars. On the angle. Good block by Stimmich. Here's David Platt. Bergkamp into Anelka. Back to Bergkamp. Parler. Platt again. Oh, Overmars! Oh, this man is in blistering form at the moment in the Premiership. He gets the goal, which might have put this game to bed. Arsenal's 2-goal lead restored. Platt with a simple pass after Derby had got themselves in a mix-up defensively. A huge gap for Overmars. Not a lot Holt could do. Flying Dutchman makes it 3-1 to the Gunners. It's Platt. There's Platt again. Oh, Overmars! That trick isn't to be. Platt from deep has been able to find Mark Overmars almost at will in this game. Did so again here. Just couldn't quite find the finish. We won the corner. Overmars will take it. And he found Nicola Anelka, whose header, whilst being under pressure, you feel the Frenchman probably had the advantage. Good work probably by Stimmich to put him off at the last second. Against 2-goal Mark Overmars, who's been the difference. Here's Powell. Too long, Platt gets it away. Now it's Anelka. Red shirt streaming forward on the near side. This is Bergkamp. He was caught there by Lars Vahinen. It's an early bath for the Norwegian. Derby County's afternoon goes from bad to worse. They're down to 10 men. Bergkamp certainly beaten the man, caught him late. The win away to Villa Park, a win away to Derby County, certainly going to be building Arsene Wenger's Arsenal's title credentials. It's a nice ball. That would have been a special goal. Stefano Iranio's effort had been on target in this situation. The best moment Derby have had in this second half. Really not been their game though. Ranio to Baiano. A little Italian connection at Derby. Here's Rowett. Needs a good cross. He's going to get a free kick instead. To try and whip it in. Overmars won the ball, but his elbow's a bit too much. Here's Carbonari. Place really where Derby equalised against Manchester United a couple of weeks ago, and they need to take chances. I'm afraid Stefano Ranio had the chance at the near post as opposed to the far. This match is looking far away here for Derby County.
Well, I'm very pleased with the way we play football. We did not yield. We're strong. We keep the ball. We play very, very well. I was very pleased, very much so. I'm going to celebrate now with how you say, get a. Well, you heard the manager delighted, but what a big game this was for Arsenal, because this has sometimes been the sort of games where they've tripped up in the past, Trevor. Yeah, it has been. And I think one of the things which stood out to this match and what made the difference today for Arsenal was they were just ruthless in front of goal. Give me a chance, I'll take a finish, I'll have a chance. Bergkamp's goal, I think, personified this. The ball over the top and a delightful volley in. But it was that ability to get in behind that did for them today. And you know, the guile and skill and borderline genius of Bergkamp, mix that with the pace and quality Overmars has got. And we've also got to credit David Platt that's come into the side, replacing Patrick Vieira. He's done really, really well. Well, Trevor, we've got to talk about Derby County. Would you say that Jim Smith would feel bad? I don't think he would. I think he'd probably turn around and say, fair enough, I've been beaten by the better side. I think you can do that. I think one of the things that's got to understand of a top side is the strength and depth. And when David Platt isn't your starting midfielder, but he comes in to replace Vieira and can do a job as good as that, it just shows you I really think Arsenal have got a real shout of winning the Premiership this season. Well, one of the sides that are hoping to stop that is Manchester United, that have been all conquering, but from one season at the moment in terms of the Premiership. Sheffield Wednesday with their opponents at Old Trafford. Commentary from this one comes from Trev Champion.
Champions Manchester United welcome Sheffield Wednesday. It's been a good season for United so far. There were some drop points at Derby the other week. Angered Sir Alex Ferguson, who expects a home response today against Sheffield Wednesday, who've really struggled this season to get going. United were predicted to struggle without their captain extraordinaire Roy Keane, but Paul Scholes and Nicky Butt have done a tremendous job in the middle of the park, with wingmen like Ryan Giggs and David Beckham. Andy Cole and Teddy Sheringham will not struggle for opportunities in the box. Andy Booth had a shocker really against Spurs. He will be looking to wipe that out of his memory. Wednesday have it all to do today. Giggs. Sheringham! Well, Kevin Pressman will wonder how that slipped through his gloves. And Manchester United have an early lead. The last thing that Sheffield Wednesday wanted. Teddy Sheringham enjoying a fruitful start to his Manchester United career. Giggs with the pinpoint cross, and it's a powerful header from Sheringham, but Pressman surely should be saving that. Lovely floated ball in from the Welshman. Sheringham with everything behind it, but it was very central. Manchester United 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Giggs for Butt. Into Cole. Good football by United, and Giggs has found the overlapping Irwin. Dangerous with either foot in towards Sheringham. It's going to come back for Butt. And now Scholes, first time for Sheringham again. Turns and hits the post. Almost a second. Sheringham looks on it today, as do Manchester United. Some crisp passing. And it caught the outside of the post. Sheringham very unlucky. It's found Pembridge on the right. Booth making the run. Cross deflecting off Irwin, and now they get going again, United. Here's Cole. Scholes measures it for Sheringham. Teddy Sheringham, it's 2. And that is how dangerous they are. 2 passes and Sheringham was away. Paul Scholes has really taken his opportunity in Keane's absence. And Sheringham played onside. Picked his spot. Look at that, threaded through. And Sheringham went for power. And found precision as well. It's 2-0 United. Alistair, United looking to build up from the back again, which is very much the case for the second goal. And that ball down the line is going to find Andy Cole in a wide position. Cole's cross deflected off Pembridge for a corner to Manchester United, who are looking for a third already. This could be a long day for Wednesday. Back in whipping it in for Sheringham. And this is turning into the Teddy Sheringham show. Just couldn't get enough of the head on it. Walker. They need a bit of momentum, Sheffield Wednesday. Pembridge has got a lot of room here. And maybe this is the opportunity. Pembridge with the cross for Booth. And I think Henningberg got a touch. It was a vital one if so. Andy Booth almost exercising the demons of White Hart Lane. And Beckham has found Sheringham here, and this is how quickly the tide turns. And that's Cole! And Pressman with a remarkable stop. I thought Stefanovic had got there first, and somehow Andy Cole wrapped his right foot around it. And Pressman on the near post had to rely on his post there, but it's a fine save. Changes for Wednesday to hopefully try and get something from this game. Whittingham and Rudy on for Hinchcliffe and Pembridge. Sheringham has been everywhere today and led the line superbly, and he's here again. Sheringham checks back, it's Andy Cole, it's 3! And that is game, set and match, I believe. Wednesday have had no response. They cannot handle Teddy Sheringham today. Much said about the relationship between Andy Cole and Sheringham, but it's worked today certainly, and Cole got highest, rising above Atherton, who barely got off the ground there. Captain will be disappointed, but Sheringham knew where Cole was, and Cole, not renowned for his heading, but when asked to, he certainly can. And the champions look to be heading for 3 points. Alexanderson for Booth. The Canio, that was good football. In by Carbone, but Schmeichel will collect. And it's a punt downfield that'll find Sheringham, who's won everything. Neville first time again. And Beckham and Sheringham linking up here. Similar circumstance to the third goal, and it's a deflection for a corner. United would love to close this game with a 4th goal. Simon Davis on for Paul Scholes, a youngster getting a run out. Up towards Cole, heading clear by Magilton. Here's Giggs. And Giggs, that looked to be a foul, it's going to be a free kick. Davis almost taking quickly, but thought better of it under the circumstances. It was late. Alexanderson. David Beckham has whipped many a free kick in. This one hits the wall. It's going to come back for Beckham. Good save, Pressman. And back into his arms. Sheffield Wednesday survive. More damage to their goal difference. Lovely bending strike from Beckham and well pushed away from Pressman, who despite his earlier error, and though it was costly, has redeemed himself somewhat. Neville finds Beckham. That looks to be a free kick. Referee waves play on. Good offensive play, Sheringham! Almost the hat-trick. Teddy Sheringham a lick of paint away from taking on the match ball. Good advantage from the referee. Beckham's cross, and Sheringham got enough of a glance on it to steer it goalwards, just not quite inside the post.
Well, it's a good run out for a lot of the younger boys in midfield who had a big job to do with in the absence of Roy Keane. And it's all about proving themselves, really, to show everybody that they can play at this level, because I know they can play at this level. But Sheffield Wednesday come here with something to prove, because they've not been picking up the points, and we knew we had to do a job. And we've done that. We've gone out and we've put the game to bed quite early. It's a good start, good early goal. Very important, to take control like that, And Teddy's performance was outstanding. Brought him in the shadow of Eric Cantona, and he's proven why we wanted to sign him, why we wanted him here, and he took his goals magnificently, so hopefully more of that to come, and we go to the next game with the same attitude. It's a good 3 points. Very, very pleased with the players.
Well, Alex Ferguson very, very happy with that result, and you can understand why, because Man United looked in complete control, really, didn't they? They did. I don't think they really got out of the second gear, to be fair, and I think for Man United it's just what they need with everything that's coming up. There are no injuries, no concerns, they're in form, and they'll go to Highbury in midweek for a massive game. So I think that's really, really important. They were able to produce a good performance this evening. That was really apparent. Whichever, we got to talk about Sheffield Wednesday. They really do look in trouble at the moment. Yeah, I have to say, I think, they've got their work cut out for them. They probably need a permanent manager, someone with the experience to steer them back in, to get them in a position for them to really recover. So massive for Sheffield Wednesday for what they've got coming up. And hopefully they can get the right person in to turn the team around. Well, two sides that have turned things around at the moment in terms of the quality of the performance was Leicester City and Newcastle United. Newcastle United, of course, no need to turn things around to keep the European season going while sitting in the top half of the table. And Leicester City, at one point, were the challengers for the Premiership. The two sides last met last season in an absolute thriller that took place, but Newcastle tonight don't have Alan Shearer to get him a hat-trick. So John Barnes and Faustino Asprilla lead the line for them. Des Hamilton was preferred for Kit Spire, and it was a debut for Nicholas Davidas to partner Steve Howie in midfield. For Leicester City, Tony Cottee and Emil Heskey led the line for them. Robbie Savage came into midfield, and Peggy Arfexes was in goal for Leicester City. Commentary comes from Trevor Gubber.
Asprilla now, lovely ball over the top, and there's Barnes. It's a fantastic run, and what a finish that is. John Barnes, well, his signing might have raised a few questions given his slightly advanced age, but he's really rolled back the years with that one. What a finish that was. It was a fantastic ball over the top from Faustino Asprilla. And then John Barnes, look at the way he just goes through the Leicester City defence. There's a lot of ball watching going on, you have to say. But look at this ball from Asprilla. Absolutely delicious. And then Barnes takes it down and finishes with the aplomb that we usually see of him. Heskey, Lennon gets it back. Ball over the top, here's Cottee. Oh, what a finish that is! Oh, just as John Barnes scores a fantastic goal at the other end, Tony Cottee, another veteran, another one rolling back the years with a fantastic finish. Oh, that's magical. Newcastle's inquest gets underway. Keith Gillespie leading the protestations. But what a goal this is from Tony Cottee, rightfully receiving the plaudits of his Leicester City teammates. Emil Heskey there just geeing the rest of them up. Look at this ball. Again, Heskey just loses out, but Lennon is quick to react. Ball over the top from Lennon, and Cottee, it looks like the angle's gone. But what a finish that is. That's absolutely outstanding. Just see it here again. Lovely ball over the top. Cottee, first time finish. Shay Gibbon, absolutely no chance. And Leicester City are level. Barnes loses possession in midfield. Davidas has it now, and he's robbed by Guppy. And here's Cottee again. A ball for Heskey. Heskey, 2-1 to Leicester. What a finish that is. We're seeing some goals here at St James's this afternoon. And Emil Heskey, well, maybe a few people are thinking that he might be an outside chance of a place on the plane at the World Cup, and that goal will definitely give Clem Hoddle something to think about. Leicester City have come from behind here to lead by 2-1. It's the young striker Emil Heskey who's got the second goal. There's some poor defending from Newcastle. Nobody wanted to really hog on to the ball. And then Cottee turns provider for Heskey, and again it's a first time finish. It's powerful and it's beyond Gibbon's grasp, and Leicester City move into a 2-1 lead here at St James's Park. Although I feel that this one's not over just yet. Arfexad just gets rid of the ball. Hamilton heads it down. Asprilla has it, and now here's Barnes. Into the area goes Barnes. He's gone down. It's a penalty. Oh, I don't sure I agree with that one. Referee quick to point to the spot. Leicester City absolutely incensed. They're surrounding the referee. I think it's Steve Walsh who's the guilty party, the Leicester City captain. Let's take another look at it. Well, I don't think there's much in that. I don't think there's much in that at all. So here's Asprilla to take the penalty. And it's saved by Arfexad. And you might have to argue that justice is done there. It wasn't a great penalty, and I don't think Arfixad knows too much about the save either. It sort of ricochets off his leg. Long ball upfield now from Arfixad to Emil Heskey, just inside the Newcastle half. It's a good ball to Cotti. He just wriggles his way through. Still going, Tony Cotti here. And he's still going. Cotti! Oh, I say! 3-1 to Leicester. Tony Cotti showed tremendous determination there. Never gave up. Had to wriggle through an absolute forest of Newcastle defenders. It does incredibly well. Might get a little bit fortuitous with one or two bobbles and ricochets, but what a finish that is. Just inside the Newcastle area. It's Leicester City 3, Newcastle United 1. Tony Cotti's got 2 of them, and I doubt he'll score a better goal this season than this one. Look at the way he just stays on his feet. Gets a little bit lucky with the bounce of the ball, but nothing wrong with the finish, and Leicester City move into a 3-1 lead. Corner played short. It's Asprilla. Looked like he was tripped, but the referee says play on. It's Rob Lee. Now Barnes goes for goal, hits the post. Oh, and it's an easy goal, and it's 3-2. It's Des Hamilton, and Leicester City's lead has gone from commanding to precarious in the blink of an eye here. Des Hamilton, he's not had many first team opportunities this year, but that will do his chances of future first team football a world of good. It's a really good effort from John Barnes. Shoots from the edge of the box. Arfixad beaten, and it's an instinctive finish by Hamilton. Just an easy tap in after the ball comes flying back off the post. It's a good pullback by Rob Lee. Barnes goes for goal, gets a shot away. It's unlucky, but then Hamilton just taps home the rebound. And I said that this one wasn't over yet. Lee with the corner. It's headed goalwards. It's there. It's 3-3. Unbelievable. It's Keith Gillespie. Newcastle United have climbed off the canvas in this one. In stoppage time, they've got an equalising goal. It's 3-3. Absolute jubilation at St James's Park. Tony Cotti can't believe it. He thought he'd given Leicester the win with his second goal earlier in the second half. It's a powerful header by Gillespie. There's poor marking from Leicester, you have to say. Rob Lee swings the corner in, and Gillespie rises and reacts to the ball first before anyone even has a chance. Newcastle 3, Leicester 3.
Alright, that was a very, very special game, wasn't it? Really, just about everything took place in that game. Was a fantastic contest between two sides that just went out there and attacked, and some of the goals that we saw there were outstanding. Well, we've got to talk through Tony Cotti's, because this was just spectacular. We've got to see this again, haven't we? I love this. I absolutely love this. It's not his swinger. I trust you. I've played with Cotti. It's not what it is. He's intended to do this. He's found the one gap in the area where Shay Given cannot cover. As a goalkeeper, there's nothing you can do about that area at the near post when it's that high and looping over you like that. Just an outstanding goal that was. Well, now we go over to All Matters Lancashire and Yorkshire again, as Barnsley welcome Blackburn Rovers. Of course, we all know Blackburn Rovers were the one side to deny Man United the Premiership, and this season Roy Hodgson's starting to produce something slightly special for them. For Barnsley, another big occasion for them, but could it be a chance for them to get out of the relegation zone? Commentary from this one comes from Trev Motson.
It's Yorkshire versus Lancashire here at Oakwell. Barnsley are representing the White Rose today, and whilst it's been a tough start to Premiership life for the Tykes, their recent win over Coventry on this ground has given a sparkle of hope to the home faithful. Their opponents today are Blackburn from Lancashire. Roy Hodgson's side have had an encouraging start to the season as they look to book their passport to European football next year. If Barnsley are to be successful, they'll have to be tight at the back. Danny Wilson, once again, opts for a flat back five this afternoon, with skipper Neil Redfern pulling the midfield strings. Ashley Ward and Jan Arge Fjortoft's forward partnership is beginning to blossom. The travelling thousands of Rovers fans will be disappointed that Chris Sutton's name isn't on the team sheet. His absence allows Sweden striker Martin Dahlin to slot in alongside Kevin Gallagher. 7 of this team won the Premiership a couple of years ago. Redfern's set pieces headed away, but the skipper picks up the ball. This is Neil Redfern. Shot is blocked and goes behind for an early corner to Barnsley. That was all about Redfern's hunger and desire, attributes that are going to be required for the hosts all afternoon. Corner. Sherwood into Gallagher. The Scotsman's had such an explosive start to this season. I do wonder how much he'll miss his regular partner Chris Sutton this afternoon. Here's Kevin Gallagher. Darlene! Saved by Watson. What an opportunity for Martin Darlene, 4 minutes in. Kept his header down but couldn't direct it either side of the goalkeeper. And that's a let-off for Barnsley. Duff gives the ball away. And Darren Sheridan finds Jan Arge Fjortoft. The Norwegian can run at Blackburn here. Redfern! Flowers was out and smothered Redfern's effort. An open start to this game, and Neil Redfern denied by Flowers. Good goalkeeping. Tinkler does really well to dispossess Darlene there. This is Redfern, who is fouled, and it's a free kick. And Uriah Rennie pulls out the yellow card for the first time in this match. Gary Flickcroft with the early booking. 75 minutes left to play. Gallagher once again finds space on that right wing and wins a corner for Blackburn Rovers. Tim Sherwood to take. Ripley! Just over the bar from Stuart Ripley. Powerful header. Duff. Now Darlene and Jason Wilcox. Back to Darlene. Ripley! This time his header does find the back of the net, and Blackburn take the lead with half-time approaching. Well, Martin Darlene should have scored earlier on in this half, but he has just produced a wonderful cross that Stuart Ripley gobbled up with delight. Barnsley fall behind, and Blackburn have the lead that their first half performance has warranted. Lovely cross, good movement by Ripley to get ahead of his marker, and that is a lovely header that has beaten David Watson. Rovers one up. Darren Barnard. Now Eric Tinkler. Redfern. Ashley Ward scored twice against Coventry last time out, and came close there, Ashley Ward. What a response that would have been. Now Ripley, the scorer. Gallagher. Gallagher again. Can they get another? Darlene! Oh, what a miss. Martin Darlene, for the second time this afternoon, has wasted a wonderful opportunity. Brilliant ball in by Gallagher, and Darlene blazes it over the crossbar. Duff. The Irishman, Gallagher. Good tackle by Jones. He plays the ball in towards feet, and now Fjortoft. But that's a loose pass. And Blackburn can come forwards again. Darlene. Martin Darlene. Hits the post. Gallagher will tap it in for 2-0. Well, he thought he made it 2-0. But the linesman's flag has stopped his celebration and given Barnsley a lifeline. Colin Hendry plays it out to the left wing. Duff beaten in the air though, and Redfern can play the ball back to Scott Jones. Redfern. Nicky Eden. Fjortoft. Redfern has continued his run and he's denied by Flowers. Once again the England goalkeeper sharp off his line. And Redfern is denied. That's a brilliant piece of goalkeeping by Tim Flowers to keep Blackburn ahead. Gary Croft. Now Gary Flickcroft. Darlene. Gallagher. Duff. Croft the substitute. Gallagher takes it on his chest. And Watson makes the save. Duff. Sherwood will get onto this. Ripley. Darlene. And the ball loops behind for a corner kick. There was a good save in there by Watson. An important save. There are 5 minutes remaining. Barnsley just about clinging on. And in the build-up, Tinkler did foul Flinkcroft. A deserved yellow card for the South African. Came steaming in. Good advantage played by the referee. It's another 3 points for Blackburn Rovers. But the story for Barnsley is oh too familiar. It's another defeat which keeps them in the relegation zone. They huffed, they puffed, but there was just not enough behind their performance to warrant anything from this one. Stuart Ripley's header, enough for Blackburn to take all 3 points back to Lancashire. It's finished Barnsley 0, Blackburn Rovers 1.
Well, disappointment really there for Barnsley in the end, but Blackburn could have won that by quite a few really in the end. I have to agree really. I think Blackburn Rovers were struggling for their finishing, and to be fair, I think they're missing Chris Sutton. Martin Darlene is good, but he's perhaps not the player he was, and I think that's a factor. I mean, adapting to English football is challenging anyway at the best of times. Well, with all the challenges to come, let's have a quick look at all the other goals that took place in the Premiership, starting off with the Premiership's league leaguers and Chelsea and their visit to Villa Park. The challenges keep arising for Chelsea, but Ruud Gullit's men seem to keep on responding to them. It's also down to the fact that they seem to have a side with a really good balance, and also midfielders that know when to take their opportunity. Although Zola's effort was well blocked by Mark Bosnich, Eddie Newton combined to roll the ball into an empty net to give Chelsea the lead. And later on in the second half, it was Zola and Flo that were able to combine and finish the game off. Flo's ball over the top, Zola's instant control, strength to hold over Staunton, another stunning finish. Many people have said that perhaps this could be Chelsea's first chance to win the league since 1955. You'll have to stay tuned to see if they do. Bolton Wanderers have got a habit of taking points at the top of their Premiership at the moment, and Liverpool were no exception, despite the fact that Liverpool took the lead where Danny Murphy headed home to get his first goal of the season, and for Liverpool in senior football after half an hour. In the second half, it all became about Bolton Wanderers trying to force themselves level. Eventually, it was an old Liverpool man that provided it. Peter Beardsley's ball in, Alan Thompson's initial effort was blocked by Phil Babb. No one could do anything about the return. 5 minutes to go, and Liverpool yet again have failed to hold on to a 1-0 lead in the Premiership. This was touted as the big relegation 6-pointer, and it went the way of Southampton that got their first away win of the season. They were helped, of course, by some poor Everton defending. Slaven Bilic decided to let Matt Letizia have a go, and I tell you what, you just can't do that. After that, it seemed all the confidence had shaken out of Everton completely, and Southampton were able to get themselves the second and clinical goal. Hurst and Letizia combined before David Hurst rolled back the years with a delightful finish, curling it all the way past Paul Gerrard. Delight for the travelling Saints. It's looking really worrying at Goodison Park for Everton now. So, your bosses arrived after travelling in the tube. Was it a dangerous or stressful commute? You'll never know, because the team played like a side that completely rudderless. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank was able to get in and get the only goal in this game as Leeds United went away from home. For Spurs, the inquest continues. The Crazy Gang and Coventry City, well, these are two sides that have won two big FA Cup final upsets a decade ago. So what could they produce here? Well, they could produce an absolute thriller, it has to be said. The opening goal arriving through Dion Dublin that headed home perfectly to give Coventry City the lead. As the second half continued, so did the Crazy Gang's onslaught, and eventually an old face from the past was able to provide it. Mick Hartford. But it was more poor defending that provided the opportunity. Hartford said thank you very much for the gift he was presented to. But Coventry City were able to win this one, and again it was a defensive mistake that provided the opportunity. This poor clearance eventually righted to George Boateng, who was able to play it through to Huckabee that was not closed down and just had all the time in the world to pick his spots. Huckabee's been out of the Coventry side at the moment. I sense after this he may get an extended run in the side. As for Coventry, huge away win for them. West Ham United frustrated with how they play away from home, but at home they're a different object, especially when they go behind. This freak goal eventually was enough to give Crystal Palace the lead. It was touted as a McCloskey own goal, would you believe? But that seemed to spur West Ham that enjoy playing at Upton Park at the moment. Lazaridis and Hartson combined to pay through Paul Kitson, who coolly finished to equalise for West Ham United. Now, years ago there used to be a player for West Ham called Frank Lampard. Here's his son, and watch this lovely little run that he plays. A little 1-2 once again, play through with Moncal. A nice touch, a delightful finish. His first goal for West Ham. Tell you what, that boy is going places. In the second half it was West Ham that were going places, and they were doing nothing but continuing to attack. John Hartson able to finish off pretty much on the penalty spot to make it 3. And as the match wore on, so did the legs of Crystal Palace. They looked more and more tired. In this opportunity here, Kitson found himself one-on-one with the goalkeeper, who made an excellent save. But what about this for poor clearancing? Once again, poor defending setting the standards. Kitson deciding to give himself an assist rather than a second goal, and gave it to Hartson to complete his brace. A brilliant performance for West Ham. It's their biggest home win of the season. Crystal Palace, it's the first real time they've capitulated so far this season. Oh, I thought we were terrific. Absolutely terrific today. I was absolutely delighted with it as well. I thought the lads played really, really well. And, I've said for years that, Frankie Lampard, he's going to go right to the very top. And you trust me, you mark my words, he will go right to the very top. He's going to be a top quality player, I promise you. 13 games gone. Chelsea lead the Premiership by a point ahead of Arsenal. Manchester United are 2 points behind second place. Second and third meet in a real thrilling game. Liverpool have gone up to 4th. Leicester City after that draw are down to 5th place. Crystal Palace still remain in the top half. Sheffield Wednesday are rooted to the table. Everton and Barnsley all sit in the relegation zone. After Southampton's result, they climb out. Aston Villa and Spurs have got to be slightly worried at the moment. West Ham may be hoping it's the home form that keeps them going. In terms of the goal scorers, Michael Owen is leading the line at the moment. Bergkamp joins him on double figures. Manchester United have 2 players on 18 goals in Sheringham and Cole leading the line. Tony Cottee is also in there. Well, my thanks to Trevor and Trevor for joining us this evening. And when we leave you with Match of the Day's Man of the Day this evening, it can go no unlikely a goal scorer as Blackburn Rovers could have hoped for. It was Stuart Ripley, believe it or not. Bye-bye.
Now Darlene and Jason Wilcox. Back to Darlene. Ripley! This time his header does find the back of the net. And Blackburn take the lead with half-time approaching.
thank you for watching here this match on Trevor Sports. If you've liked it, please don't be afraid to like, share and subscribe to the channel. And if you do fancy it, head on over to Ko-fi. The link is in the description. Buy me a coffee for all the hard work. Further than that, make sure you enjoy more games coming up.